GM guys, today we're going to be looking at the trade I took on yesterday, which was the 6th of October 2025, and I was able to make over $1,000 on the trading gold. So I'm going to show you my analysis and the executions. It's a quick recap, and you guys must tell me if you like more of these videos, so I keep sharing it with you guys here on YouTube. All right, let's get down to it. So we have this is a forex calendar for the week, and obviously it's a no news Monday, so you're relying on macros, and especially if you're trading the New York session. So it's just it's an NFP week. Again, you must expect slow price action, slow movement, slow price action, and you must only aim for low hanging fruits, because the market is most likely going to be in a range, or it can most likely move overnight during Asia and all those things. That's what I've actually learned or noticed over the years. Okay, so let's look at the analysis. Obviously, if you're trading London, you have to refer to maybe the daily, the weekly, and all those time frames. So here we were already trading at all-time highs. I mean, look at today's candle. This is today's candle. So when we opened overnight, we opened here at 6 o'clock, and then we hit the high of that previous day's high. When we opened at 6, we made the low, overshoot the closing price here on Friday's closing price, went below it, and then we have the upper quadrant of this week. So it's your homework to grade that and extend it. Those are levels of this week here. Why this week? It's higher than this one, and it's the one that comes after it's on Friday's candle. So, and then after price did that, it was just shooting non-stop. So if you go to 4 hour from 6 o'clock, this is 6 o'clock somewhere here, he opened inside this candle and then filled that overshot previous Thursday's closing price, went below it, and then we never looked back. So we were in a bullish order flow. Okay, order flow was very much bullish, and in so doing, we still had this imbalance here, and we still had this imbalance now. But I want to point out something with this imbalance, because where I took it, it was at 2 o'clock here, this candle here. I was trading this candle going all the way up. Why did I not anticipate or expect price to go deeper inside the this small fair value gap here, or this fair value gap here? If you look at this week here, where does it end? It ends right there. So if you extend that, weeks are gaps. So if a week is a gap and you also have a gap here, that means this is a balanced price range, and also here you have a balanced price range. So price has been efficiently delivered in this range here, in this range, because of we had this upward movement here, and then downward movement again, and then we had this upward movement, and then we finally broke above this candle's high right there. So this is the only imbalance we have at the time, and we have this high here, which was like a draw, which was Asian highs. Okay, pre-market range rather. So in 15 minutes, the structure was very clear for me. This was a 5 minutes, it was very clear. Okay, so in 15 minutes, where is 2 o'clock, somewhere here. Now if you study this on 15 minutes, you have, remember, this is a balanced price range. All this is balanced price range, and then the only range we are focusing on is the swing low here to that swing high, and this is just a deep retracement to the discount of this. We have an imbalance. Candles are respecting the imbalance here at 2 o'clock. I'm starting that once we open for London open, and then what happens is the price pushes above the down close candle here. There's a bullish market structure shift above that high, and then leaves an imbalance here in the form of a BC during the silver bullet hour. Now let's go to 5 minutes so we can see exactly what happened at the time. So on 5 minutes, if you zoom in on 5 minutes, you could see that price was actually feeling this imbalance here at discount, and you also have an order block. We have a swing low here, so this is the dealing range we are watching. Dealing range low, dealing range high, and then we are at discount of this dealing range here. If we are bullish, we must respect the discount arrays. How do you know if it's going to respect? Structure should shift to the upside, and you should see momentum displacement going up. That's exactly what I have here. So we have this imbalance at discount, and then let me just give you my annotations. So we have internal sell side liquidity swept, and then the discount PDRA in a form of a BC here respected. Look at the bodies, they are not even closing inside here. This is weakness, okay, strength in this case because we are bullish. And then eventually it respects the discount array because first of all the bodies are staying outside the imbalance. Even here they couldn't close at or inside that order block, and then it pushed higher, breaking above this high, and that swing high. I like this one more because this is the high prior this sell side rate. So the displacement here is an indication that price is actually bullish. It leaves a fair value gap, retests the midnight opening price, and then eventually pushes above the bullish order block, and then towards the pre-London highs, which was my draw this morning. Now let's go to 1 minute so you can see how price behaved. So it's the same thing. What you see here, this institutional order flow entry draw is when price fails to completely fill an imbalance here. So it leaves a small gap in a form of a breakaway gap, and that's exactly what you are seeing here. This is the same institutional order flow entry draw after this internal sell side liquidity was raided. Discount BC, it's the same discount BC here, and then and then after that we broke above the swing high there, and then created a fair value gap. My first entry I think was somewhere here. It got trailed out here because I did not want to see it come below this low, but it did. I thought this was going to be a breakaway gap on 5. It didn't, and then it hit me out. I went back in after we closed above this, so I put a small position here because I was still confident in the trade. And then once we closed above here, I added more positions, which managed to give me just over 1,000. I like the fact that with this manipulation leg, the last manipulation leg prior to this move, it gave us a negative 1.5 standard deviation and a beautiful exit above the pre-market pre-London buy side liquidity. I like the fact that these inversion fair value gaps, they are the ones that give you the proper entry, because you see a fair value gap that was previously respected, or a fair value gap that previously did its job. It could be an inverted price, and then if it gets invalidated or violated, not invalidated, once it gets violated, it can be a true inverse. That's how I spot my true inversion fair value gaps. Looking at the first one here, it acted as a BC, pushed price higher after closing bearish below it here. Again, I mean, this candle, if you go to a smaller time frame, you could see that you could have found a trade right here using the same fair value gap when it closed below it on a smaller time frame. Could have used it as a resistance to push it lower, and then here once we closed above it again with speed on retest, look at the bodies. The candle bodies are respecting the inversion fair value gap, especially after closing above this other one here, which was previously respected, push price lower. Once we closed above it, look at that candle right there. The low of that candle is the same as the high of this inversion fair value gap. You can go to your charts and prove it. And then look at this one again. This was a CB, violated. It acted as an inversion, pushed it lower. Now we closed above it here. it created institutional order flow entry rule because we are now reclaiming its original job or initial job, which was being a BC, and that's exactly what happened here. And then it pushed price higher to the pre-market range high. So let me show you my executions before we close today's analysis or market review. So these are my executions. Trailing stops, adjusting, making sure that my capital is not hugely affected. And as you can see, it's running 700 something, 800. I made over 1,000 with this one, which is good. And yeah, hope this was insightful. I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.